Hello and welcome. This is part 4 of how to build a roulette table. So in this lesson, we're going to be recapping parts 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to show you how to change the data source from a SharePoint list to a collection. Then I'm going to show you how to apply conditional formatting on a winning number using an if statement. And then we're going to continue to design the roulette table. So let's get started. All right, so let's recap what we did in parts 1, 2, and 3 to get to where we are right now. So I started off with this collection here. This collection, I go to so this collection is sorted by the roulette collection by the spin number column. Okay, so it's sorted by the spin number column, and it will show the spin number and the winning number. So when I click on this spin button, you'll see that there's a context variable that's called counter, and it just adds 1 to that variable every time that the spin button is pressed. And it's adding that data into the collection called roulette collection, which is this. Once we press the spin button, it's going to shuffle the numbers from 0 to 36 and display the winning number in the second column right here. So when we hit the spin button, you see that the winning number is 0. The second time we press the spinning button, the winning number is 12, and 12 also shows up here. Now, I showed this to get the winning number to appear here. I'm using a function called last. So it's looking at the last row of the roulette collection, which is this, and displaying that value, which is 12. So the last winning number will always appear right here. So last winning number is 26. So it shows up here. See how that works? So when the player picks from these drop downs, they have a choice of picking numbers from 0 to 36. So let's say I pick 5. Let's say, so I'm picking 5. 5 is an odd number. 5 is also red. And 5 is between 1 and 18. And it's also between 1 and 12. So I'm going to hit spin. So the number came out to be 24. So I didn't receive any dollar amounts because I wasn't in this area right here. Let's try again. 14. So I received $2 because 14 is between 1 and 18. And that's what I chose right here. Now let me fix the total amount. So this right here, I want to calculate the total dollar amounts. So all I have to do here is select this. Let me make sure I have the right number or the right controls here. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be equal to these input boxes. And I'm gonna format this. There you go. So now we have $4. So I'm gonna say the next number is gonna be 20. It's even. It's black between 19 and 36. And it's the second set of 12. Look at that. Got it correct. So I won a total of $43. So I guess the correct number. So now what I'm going to do is show you how to change the data source from SharePoint to a collection. So right now, this roulette table is looking at a collection called roulette. If I were to show you, so it's looking at these columns here, the top row, middle row, and bottom row. So I want to change that so it's going to look at a collection instead. So it's not tied to a SharePoint list. So I went to a website courtesy of Matthew Devani, and he was able to provide some information on how to create a collection right here. So I took that information and said, okay, um, I can change this data source here and replace it with, actually, I'm gonna create a button first. I'm gonna create a button, and on select, I'm going to create this collection. So the top row is going to be these numbers here, like they were before. The middle row is going to be these numbers. Bottom row is going to be these numbers. So I'll press the button and it creates a collection. So now all I have to do is select the gallery and go to the items property of the gallery and point to that collection that was called my roulette board. So I'll show you again. Here's the collection with those numbers for each of the rows in the roulette table. Created that collection, and I went back to the gallery and pointed to that collection in the items property of the gallery. So now that I have that, I'm going to put in the conditional formatting that I had before. So I'm gonna start at the top row, select the top row, go to the fill property, you notice that when we created our collection, the columns were called top underscore row, middle underscore row, bottom underscore row. So in the fill property, the column is called top underscore row. So you start to see it show up. Let's go in the middle row. We'll do the same thing. The fill property, it's actually right here. All right. And select the bottom row. Make sure it has an underscore. Press the button. Let's see why we're getting these errors. Oh, okay. It's looking for input 2. Not sure right now. This top row is not recognized. Oh, so this right here needs to have an underscore. This needs to have an underscore. Back to default property. This needs to have an underscore. So now we have our roulette table appearing with the numbers. And we removed all the errors. All right. So what I like to do now is I want to apply conditional formatting on the winning number using an if statement. So right now the winning number is 27. So what I want to happen is I want this 27 to be highlighted in, let's say, a green. So to do that, I'm going to go back to the fill property. Let's start on the top row. And I'm going to put an if statement just above the switch statement. So this if statement will check the value. So if the top row value, which is this right here, if it equals the text input value, which is here, we don't have it displayed. I can make it visible. So it's saying that if there's a value in the top row that matches this value here, turn that value to green. So that's what it's doing here. And if it doesn't, then just use the switch statement like we did before. So that's how we're able to turn the winning number in the gallery to green. So let's do the same thing for the middle row. I'm going to go to the fill property. Apply that same logic. So it'll look at all the items that are in the middle row. And if there's a match to the winning number, it will highlight that particular number to green. Now I'm going to go to the bottom row. Do the same thing. So there's a value in the bottom row that matches this number, turn it to green. All right, so let's test it. I'm gonna press spin, 11, 11. So highlighted 11 in the gallery to green. 19, 7, 26. See how that works? All right, so we can continue to design the roulette table so it doesn't look like it's a power app. So I'm going to remove this button. Oops. Undo that. I'll just hide it. Then I can come in here and change the color of the button. Can change these. Let's change the chevron color to black. So what do you think? Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let me know in the comments what we could add to this. So I want to thank everyone for joining the live stream. If you like the content of this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you the next time.